Here is the question on KVL and KCL, guys, and the given things are voltage is E1 and E2, and resistance value of 3 ohms, 2 ohms, 5 ohms, and a current of I flows through this loop, and another current of I plus 2.5 amps flows through these loops. And first step we need to do is name the loop A, B, C, D, E, F. And after these steps, hence we have two loops. We are going to consider each one once and the other another time. So one more point given here is power is equals to 125 across 5 ohms coil. 5 ohms coil is here, and voltages are E1, E2, and we have to solve from A, B, C, F as first node, or else we can take F, C, D, E, F as first node. It's our wish, and I'm going to take from A, B, C, F, A as first node, and I'm gonna apply KCL for this loop and obtain an equation, and then solve for E1 and E2 as well as the total current I. And KCL, applying KCL on A, B, C, F, A loop, we would get A, B, C, F, A. From A to B, it is from negative to positive, hence we take it as plus of E1, and it is in the direction of the current, that is minus 3 ohms into the current is I. And from C to F, it is opposite to the flow of the current, hence we take it as plus 2 times. And here one more point we have to notice, the current here in this across FC is not given, it is hidden here. That is, the current from C to E across this 5 ohms coil is this much, and one current I, it's flowing from A to B, and the other from F to C, that is 2.5. And now we're gonna consider this here 2.5 amps as the current, and 2 into 2.5, and from plus to minus it is minus. The voltage across here is E2, hence I'm gonna take it as E2, which is equals to 0 according to KCL. KCL states that in a closed loop the net current is equals to 0. That is what the net current is equals to 0. And now I can obtain this as E1 minus E2 minus 3I plus 5 is equals to 0. This would be my first equation, and then I am gonna apply the same KCL across F, C, D, E, F. That is F, C, D, E, F forms a closed loop. From F to C, I am going from minus to plus, hence I will take it as plus E2, and I am going in the direction of the current, hence it is minus 2 into 2.5. and similarly here I don't have any coil. From C to D, from D to E, I have a coil of 5 ohms, and the current through this is I plus 2.5, which is in the direction of the current, hence I take it as minus 5 times of I plus 2.5, which is equals to 0. And simplifying this, E2 minus 2 into 2.5 is 5, minus 5 times of I, plus into minus is minus, 5 times of 2.5 is 12.5, which is equals to 0. E2 minus 5y minus 5 plus minus 5 minus 12, it is minus 17.5, which is equals to 0, and this would be my second equation. And one more parameter I have is P is equals to, that is power given that power is equals to 125 across a resistance of 5 ohms, that is 5 ohms is here across 5 ohms coil. The power dissipated is 125 watts. So I am going to consider this is power equation. P is equals to I square into R, and I am going to substitute R value I have here, and the current across 5 ohms coil is I plus 2.5, that is I plus 2.5 is the current across 5 ohms coil. I am going to substitute P value, R value and the current value in this equation, that is power is 125 watts and power is 125 watts, which is equals to I square. I value is I plus 2.5 whole square and R value is 5. I'm going to shift this 5 this side. 2.5 divided by 5, which is equals to I plus 2.5 whole square. Divide it, you'll get 25. 25 is equals to I plus 2.5 whole square. Shift the square to this side, you will get 5 is equals to I plus 2.5, and the I value is 5 minus 2.5, which is equals to 2.5 amps. 2.5 amps is the total or the current that flowing across first loop. And one more parameter and two more parameters are E1 and E2. Look at the obtained equations, equation 1 and equation 2. We can easily make out that here we have two unknowns and here only one unknown, that is E2. So we would go for equation 2, substitute I in equation 2, that is E2 minus 5 times of I value is 2.5 minus 17.5 is equals to 0. So E2 minus 5 times of 2.5 is 12.5 minus 17.5, which is equals to 0. E2 minus 30 is equals to 0, and we would get the value as 30 volts. And E2 is the voltage of this battery, that is E2 30 volts. And one more left out is E1. To find out E1, substitute E2 and I in equation 1. Equation 1 is E1 minus E2 minus 3I plus 5 is equals to 0. That is E1 minus E2 minus 3I plus 5 is equals to 0. We know the value of E2. It is 30 minus 3 times of I value is 2.5 plus 5 is equals to 0. 2.5 into 3 is 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 7.5. That is E1 minus 30 minus 7.5 plus 5 is equals to 0. Minus 7.5 plus 5.5, which is equals to E1 minus 30 minus 2.5 is equals to 0. So E1 minus 32.5 is equals to 0. Hence from here we will get that E1 is equals to 32.5 volts. And hence we find out all the values, and we would write the circuit here with all its values, that is E1, which is equals to 32.5 volts, and the value of the coil, it is given in the question itself, 3 ohms, and the current flowing I value is 2.5, and here 2.5 amps, it's already given. Five ohms it is given. I plus 2.5, that is 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 amps, and E2 value is 30 volts, and it is done. Hope you got the answer. Hope you like my teaching, and if so, please subscribe and like my channel, and that would help me a lot. Thank you guys.